Hello and welcome, Fortnite fans. We are here. We are live. Little Indiana Esports Network action coming hot at you. I'm FBI Tugboat here with my man again, CLE for ton number 2 here. CLE, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm glad to be back here watching some epic Fortnite action. It's just so fun to be able to cast some of these games, especially middle school Fortnite. What a cool opportunity that you guys have to be able to play and do this at a middle school level. We were talking last time. We're just so jealous.
We'll talk about it again. If there's one thing about old men in esports, we're predictable, CLE. We're predictable. Speaking of predictable, right here at the beginning, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to one of the organizations that make competitions just like this one possible. That is Zotac. Hey, everyone. I was already into it, Zotac. I was already into it. We want to give a huge shout out to Zotac Gaming for powering today's stream. Thanks to their incredible support, we're able to bring this broadcast to all of you, helping to showcase the amazing talent that we have within Scholastic Esports, obviously middle school on display today. Let's show our appreciation for Zotac Gaming by giving them a shout out on social medias. Make sure to join their community on Discord and don't forget to use the hashtag powered by Zotac, Zotac spelled Z-O-T-A-C, or hashtag Zotac USA when you post. Or of course, you can always type !Zotac again, Z-O-T-A-C. I guess it's right there. I always spell it out. It's just habit, CLE. !Zotac in chat for more info actively here within the Twitch. CLE, let's hop on into it. We are talking about technically week 2, but there was a little bit of back and forth about the week 1 scores and stuff like that. So it's wiped. It's done for. It's done and dusted. This is essentially a clean slate here coming into week 2.
And that's good for some teams, bad for others, but we're all starting at 0-0, which makes it fair playing ground for everyone. So we're excited that we're able to jump in and get into this week 1 here on broadcast. It's going to be an exciting ride to see who can get out to an early head start.
Yes, absolutely. So, folks, in case you weren't familiar, this will be Zone Wars, not your classic Battle Royale here for Fortnite. What that means, of course, is 10 rounds going down in a relatively abbreviated circle as well. There'll be plenty of building, there'll be plenty of back and forth fights and whatnot, and there'll be plenty of damage from the storm as well. We saw, I think, 3 or 4 of the 10 total rounds that went down to, players just trying to either stay up on high, but just stay within that circle as long as you can, and eventually the blue zone taking out the last player.
Yeah, it always comes down to the wire here in most of these matchups. Who can take that high ground, who can drop down and have that massive shotgun shot that'll take some of that health away. It's a lot of strategy and differing strategies. Some people playing aggressive early and needing to get a bunch of resources. Some people playing it super safe, building all the way up to the top as high as they can go and waiting it out. But the storm comes for everyone.
Yes, it does. Hey, the most undefeated opponent on the field, of course, is that storm. And time. Maybe that's too realistic. My goodness. We'll be looking at players with lots of presets as well. There's not going to be a whole lot of these players coming in and needing to find the hardware on the ground that they need to go forth and find success.
Yeah, it's a good part about Zone Wars. It's way more about your building, about your shooting, about your aim than looting and some of the luck that's involved in some of the, Battle Royale features that normal Fortnite has. So Zone Wars is just an excellent way to demonstrate straight up skill.
Yeah, exactly. There's less of the RNG that random numbers generated, right? I believe that's what it stands for. That comes along with, as CLE was saying, just the act of going around and looting in your typical pubs game or even ranked games. Doesn't really matter. PUBG, Apex Legends, of course, here with Fortnite, yep. all kind of have that randomosity to it. So it's kind of hard to coach sometimes. I think Fortnite kind of realized this, Epic realized this, and now we have our Zone Wars where everybody starts on more of a clean slate and even footing here, CLE.
Yeah, it makes it fair, but it also makes it very, very fast paced. And I know myself, I come from a strategy game background, and so watching and casting Fortnite, it's really exciting to have that consistent battle. Even in between rounds, it's like, okay, we got 12 seconds and then we start again. It's pretty sweet.
Yes, the communications between teammates in between these rounds going to be paramount. There will be breaks if players need them. Of course, we'll generally take a break about halfway through for a minute or so, something like that. Maybe even talk about some more about the organizations make stuff like this possible. But to be a fly on the wall of these Discords, right, to be able to talk. And at this point, I want to go ahead and talk about some of the teams and specifically some of the affiliated educated middle school adults that make competitions like this possible. So I'll go from the top, and I'll do the first two if you'll do the second two for me.
Let's do it.
Connorsville, that's the Spartans here. Connorsville varsity. This is manned by Hot Rod 1, call sign Danek, Mininub, and Cali 2007. Now, their support will come in the form of Coach Boggs and Coach Mitchell, Coach or Manager Mitchell here for the CHS Spartans. Big shout out, Boggs Mitchell, for allowing these kind of competitions to happen. Because as we know, club, like full-on varsity team, club, whatever kind of esports organization your school has, of course, it has to have a teacher attached to it to go forth and spend their own time and then their off time to go forth and work with these kids to establish their esports skills even better. Can't imagine a better cause here. Franklin County Wildcats varsity squad headed by Derek Herbert and Knife Lord. That's going to be the manager coaches of this Franklin County Wildcats squad. The players here will be Tired Man, Soul Snipers, that _short _ kid. That short kid. That's the name here. That's the tag here. Carson 22, Sorry Chris, and Soul Snipers. CLE, take it away, sir.
Yeah, and our final two teams, the Lawrenceburg Tigers, their varsity team with Potato Rounds, which is a great name. I like
that.
the name.
Amazing.
Hound Dog Curry, AMJ, and Grookey with the coaches Carrie Steg Miller and Kate Davison ready to roll there. Shouts out to those guys for directing this club. And then finally, the Scottsburg Warriors ready to go for this game as well. Bladen Robert, 5%. Spelled interestingly, which I think is creative.
Yes, yeah.
Caden T. Hell, and headed by our coaches, Jetty Bags and Slayton. One of my favorite questions to ask gamers and people around the scene is, where did your name come from? And so I just want to ask all of these kids. I'm like, hey, where did your tag come from? Is it just something you made up? Random generator? Is there a story? All these things.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, I love the. If we're looking at all these names, I do like kind of like the meta pick with call signs, like, oh, my gamer tag is going to be call sign, right? A little bit there. You had probably my favorite Potato Rounds, like about lunchtime here on the West Coast, a late lunch perhaps, about 2 p.m. or so. Looking at that would absolutely. Hound Dog Curry, that's another fun one. It's another fun one. 5%, like you said, spelled with the S. We always want to talk about our favorite name.
Oh, it's so good. But we are into some Fortnite action here. We're loading into our Zone Wars map, and this is a very custom map just for this. So as we hop on board with Jinxie 2.0. Jinxie's in this game?
Oh, let's see. So I think we're going to have a couple of teams, unfortunately. So we have a Scottsburg squad that's starting one player down. One player did not get in, and now we're... of course, we're going to be on board with our spectator at a certain point, and they'll just be going to run the little pink zone over there so they can get their spectating duties going. This has 5 players in, so we're going to make 100% certain that this is exactly what it needs to be. This will be the Lawrenceburg Tigers that we're looking at right now, though, I believe, right?
I'm not so sure at the moment. We do have call sign Sierra, which call sign is Connorsville. So it's a little. We're figuring it out, I'm sure,
yes,
here on our
we're gonna
production
figure it
side
out.
of things. I wonder when they get sorted into teams. I don't know.
Yeah, we're working with what we
here
what
we
we
go.
got.
This is where we get sorted.
That's what it is. Gotcha. You got to go through your respective. Sorry about that. Yeah, we forgot that we had to do that very beginning, last week. Excuse me.
Yeah, we're sorting into teams here, going through their respective gates to get placed onto their teams. And so getting ready to roll here. This is Scottsburg, the team that is currently playing down. Is this Scottsburg? Maybe?
I
don't know.
It's a little tough when their Fortnite tags within are different from the League OS here. We will get confirmed. We did get confirmed that Scottsburg was starting with 3 players, so logic would follow. But with names like LK Noir, we have Elizabeth Hunt, 5%, Caden Thiel, I believe that's supposed to be Robert Eli or Ellie Bladen. I'm just not 100% sure.
Yeah, these names, I mean, I change my in-game name all the time, so I don't blame them at all. See, that's probably what happened here. But nonetheless, we had some exciting Fortnite action. A sniper, a really good attempt there, not quite getting that little bit ahead peeking out.
Another shot attempted right there. Does land it. 116. That is a statement made here and early. Jinxie down, gonna have to get with the teammates and hopefully, yeah, there you go. Now with the teammate is gonna have to, yeah, get this one up. I believe that's big. Well, we're on board with LK Noir, I believe. Yes, we are.
Yeah, and we see these quick edits coming through here, and I'm already quickly reminded that all of these middle schoolers would absolutely clear me in Fortnite, and I would stand no chance. So already impressive gameplay.
Like for me, it's the building aspect of it. These kids have been cranking 90s. That's what they say, right? When you're just trying to get vertical with it, building wood all the way up so you can get like a bunch of just, oh my goodness, getting a lot of damage out there. This is Big Back Bryson, excuse me, who did drop there. We're going to be spectating right now. Level 180 as well. Now trying to crawl back with the rest of the teammates. Now they are flirting with the outside zone here, so this is going to be a little bit harder. Looks like LK Noir and Jinxie going to be able to get a little rest for the weary here.
Looks like Jinxie went and parked the car right there. This is their garage now. But the storm is moving in, and so they've got to move quickly.
Yes, they do. About 10 seconds or so till that will be moving. Now moving in and deciding to dedicate a little bit of that health to the storm here. Got to pick this one up. 3 seconds away. They're gonna have to make their way over here. Do have plenty of mats as well, but with LK Noir down, you're gonna have to pick him up. Can't like really stand a res right here. Edits and more. This is so much damage onto the side. And now does get grenade down right there, shot backwards right as this opponent was trying to make their way inside. There's going to be the shake. Okay, a little bit of repositioning here. Well done. Big Back Bryson putting on a clinic right now, man.
And we do see that's high ground. This center tower that we saw was so contested during the preseason is once again the spot where many players, many teams would like to be. And above them, they did not see Big Back Bryson still alive here, representing his team. The rest of his team did fall down there as they got flanked, but able to now edit and get some crucial knocks here. He got a couple as he's getting out of the storm as well.
Yeah, so that's that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Now, this will be last person standing here, so knocks are nice. It'll make it way easier for you to be the last person standing. You can get 10 eliminations, still have it all be for naught. Now just shooting through the air. That's a wise decision. Just kind of dip into the circle. It makes it a lot harder to see and a lot harder to land those shots, CLE.
Yeah, but now it looks like they have the high ground to themselves with not a lot of players, not a lot of teams left alive. And so just wanting to play patient, has a good amount of health, lighting them up with that SMG.
A little burst right there and taking down the boost pads in the bottom. They'll be able to use that suction gun as well to like get down to the bottom without taking any sort of damage. Does not get it off. Oh no! I thought I was out here speaking the future into existence. Did not anticipate the bomb supports getting taken down right there. And we're going to be looking at an early round win. We're still getting confirmed which teams, guys.
Yeah, I believe that was the Franklin County Wildcats up there. Soul Sniper and that short kid we did see on that team. And that's one of the dangers of playing this high ground, right? You have the ability to be shot out, not being able to build all of those floors and all of those cones quick enough. And because of that, knocked it down quite quickly and falling to their death and losing that round because of it.
Oh, nicely done. Some clutch plays, but it all going to be for naught in the very end. Well done. Well done. It comes down to, I feel like so far we've either seen straight up eliminations or players go and fall to the circle. That's going to be the first time that it's going to be falling damage predominantly taking down the last player.
Yeah, and it didn't get down to the final circle either. So we have a little bit more aggressive gameplay coming in here. We have the people that are taking that center pretty aggressively, and then we're going to see a lot of the strategies change here from round to round. But for the FCHS Wildcats, it's looking good.
Yes, it is. We're on board with, Potato Rounds and Grookey. This is the Lawrenceburg Tigers. Looks like they all four in there. And all ready to go. Wildcats take round number 1. It's Franklin County, of course, as this one starts back off.
We see our player here still collecting a little bit of their resources, getting ready to go while some sniper shots do fire away in the distance.
That's a gold AR there, and just pick up the litter for this player. Gets back out, supports the team, sees that glint off the sniper, off the DMR, the longer range rifle. Call sign Sierra gonna get taken down right here though.
Mini Nub pushing forward here looking to contest this tower, maybe even get up to this high ground. Cranking some 90s, now getting stuck in a box a little bit, but knows exactly where they are. Gotta watch the storm though.
Ooh, nice reposition as well. They're going to get in, build, and have fantastic positioning right here, CLE. Now, teammate finding a little bit of flack caught right there. Got to provide them a little bit. There you go. Now that's some serious pressure, and another one down.
Man, when you can build like that, I'm sure you're one of the most popular guys in school. That is some crazy building, great repositioning, good game sense. But they got one of their teammates down here. Got to get over there as quick as possible to see if they can keep them alive so that they can help in this late game.
Now trying to work through the builds of others. Nicely done, though. Cohesion and coordination coming through and singing supreme for this squad. This is, yeah, we're back with Big Back Bryson here. Of course, this is Franklin County.
Man, that was, they had that guy cornered there, and there may only be 3 of them, but they are mighty. They are still continuing to show off some of their prowess, especially when it comes to aim and a little bit of strategy there. Able to all 3 corner that person in that box. Now contesting this high ground is Big Back Bryson. We saw him do this last game as well. Now into that box, still able to get that shotgun shot off and take them down.
The second one giving chase right now. It's just a build to the heavens as quickly as you can here for Big Back Bryson. Do not have a whole lot of support either, and now taken to the skies as this opponent. I think they want a little revenge for their teammate here, CLE.
Yeah, they are so high up in the air.
Nice.
Getting knocked down now. Bryson able to land a few shots there, but not quite take anyone down. Staying pretty healthy, though, is the key here. HP advantage is huge, and now on the high ground, following them down throughout their builds, and we'll have a massive shotgun shot to take them out here.
Yeah, nicely done. Just really showing the skills that they have accrued over a long Fortnite career here, and knowing, I mean, again, understanding the assignment, right? Last week, I feel like there was maybe a little bit of misunderstanding about exactly, like, obviously taking eliminations is great. You got to stay alive until the very last. Only one single team is able to take a point from each individual map. They're catching a little bit of pressure from the side right here, but it kind of seemed like the team that was pushing them just opted not to, and maybe again trying to just go for this last player alive center position.
Yeah, it looks like this team has 2 players remaining. Maybe trying to contest this high ground, switch it up here in this late game, using a lot of these blast grenades, but blasting themselves out of the storm, and now back into it. The storm is closing in. The circle is small. Not a lot of HP to work with here for Soul Sniper.
Yeah. I gotta say, at this point, you want to worry about getting some of that health back and editing. Don't necessarily, again, not about eliminations, folks. Don't worry about that player down there on the bottom. This is, you know, this is, of course, your, what is it called again? Turf Wars, right? Isn't that what it's called?
Zone Wars.
Zone Wars, excuse me. Zone Wars. So there's not going to be any kind of like self-resing or anything else like this. You want to pay attention to the player who's still up right there. Try and get get up on that wall. Try and edit if it's yours, or just really predict how your opponent's going to be coming in right there. Because I mean, the player on the ground poses you no threat whatsoever, right?
Yeah, for sure. It is the high ground is a huge advantage, especially in these late games. We've seen that be very much the case. Because you can choose what you want to do, and that head is exposed much more easily when that is what is happening. I believe that was Scottsburg that took that last round win, but not quite sure. We have not confirmed that with production quite yet. But we're now on board with a different team here, Franklin County Wildcats, ready to roll here for round number 3. Again, there's 10 rounds, and so whoever gets the most wins in those 10 rounds will win our match.
On board here with Lawrenceburg, just aerating this wall as of right now with the sniper and more. I am not 100% sure what that trophy does. Let's watch it.
Yeah, I literally have no clue what that does. So I'm not very
There's
helpful.
so many items in this. Sometimes it's hard to keep up, CLE, isn't it?
Yeah, we got a shield in that that you can throw down on the ground to just stop some bullets coming through. That's that green little consumable that they have. But choosing not to go with any heals here is Aaron. So that will be something that we'll have to keep an eye on for them. Maybe one of their teammates specifically is able to keep hold of those.
It was almost a bad move right there, able to grab onto Latch and just gets a front row seat to Hound Dog getting put down right there. Hate to see it. I understand what Aaron is trying to do, but to follow along with your thought, if the idea is that you'll have one player who's able to hold on to a whole bunch of mats for your squad, watching that player drop down below you with no support is not ideal.
Yeah, and so we're going to continue to move along here. We're now on board with Mini Nub, who is representing Connorsville, the Spartans, and seeing what they can do here. They're on this high ground. They're on this tower that everyone wants to be on, because that is where that high ground resounds. It's where that view is, and also central in this map.
On board, back with big back Bryson. It's going to be Franklin County. The Wildcats took round number 1. Scottsburg, we haven't confirmed, took round number 2. This would be the Wildcats trying to put up another one. The burst here is just really not just letting them know that they're, but constantly just providing that kind of thorn in the side there, CLE. And a lot of times, I mean, Battle Royale or not, I feel like a lot of times just being an irritation, forcing opponents into other opponents is never a bad move.
Yeah, making people move, good cover fire, allowing your team to move around a little bit more freely is very important as well. So we'll continue to keep our eye on that. Flying high in the sky, getting knocked down with some good aim there. That's not ideal for that team either. Now dropping out of this round.
Yeah, Big Back Bryce. Just continue adding on to him. That's 7 for the squad as of right now. Delete through, and yeah, this is right now, this is the Franklin County squad that is trying to clear the ends, the middle to top of this tower right here, because if they can get it and they can get 2 supports going out to the outside and they can guarantee themselves top position, and that is never a bad thing when you're coming in to just try to be the last team standing.
Building, editing, taking walls from opponents, waiting for them to fly up in the air in order to get some shots off. Falling down here, looks like Scottsburg's got a good handle on this matchup once again.
Hey, there's a 3-person squad came forth and took down round number 2 on board here with the Bobby and Mini Nub of Connorsville. Opting for shields first, held second, and really not really trying to, yeah, they're content kind of sitting back right here. This is a team pushing them, and with 2 players left, I can't call this a bad decision. Now shotty in hand, let's see what the Bobby finds.
That wall is theirs, so they're able to escape for now, but they know where that opponent is, so they need to get over there, need to get these shots off. This wall is going to be devastating if they can't get inside the zone quick enough. Going out the door, now into this zone. Maybe anyone have them have heals or any of these shots get off.
Yep.
HP difference?
Yep, HP difference. So LK Noir and the rest, they are able to go forth and just build up in front of them. At a certain point, this was no longer like us playing against you. It was you playing against our walls and the circle.
Yeah. And Jinxie, we see Jinxie 2.0 with 11 kills, dominating this lobby, and we see them now with 2-round wins. And so they are putting on a clinic.
I mean, there's only 12 other players besides this squad, right? 11 of them fall into the same quartet, or actually triplet, right? Yeah, the same triplet, not even quartet. Scottsburg, the Warriors out here doing battle.
Yeah, already playing down 1 player because scheduling is really hard. I totally
It's fair.
it.
It's fair.
Yeah. You know, and you got homework still. So that's, that's difficult. Anyway, there's lots of things that they are doing right, though, even with 3 players. You see them playing together a lot of times, communicating well, understanding each other's strategy, and I bet that is because of a lot of practice and also the guides of their coaches, Jetty Bags and Slayton, who have done an excellent job getting their team ready to play.
Back with Big Back Bryson. We saw earlier sniping plays. They really just softened teams up coming into the later circles here. I would not be surprised if we get a lot more of that, and as we kind of enter now with round 4 into like kind of like the middling rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And we're on board with the Lawrenceburg Tigers, hoping to get their first win here in this game on board with Hound Dog. who is sneaking around here, looking for his shots here with this sniper.
Oh!
Oh, gonna get a good one off there. Wow.
It's one way to let him know that you're there. Gold Reaper sniper in hand gets that done, 121, and this circle is going to be coming in here soon as well. Now, again, just kind of aerating. That, oh, you got a little bit of, yeah, you got a little pressure. You got a little somebody from on high. And now a lot more. Gets caught in a lip right there. Barely gets away. 15 health. Got to build up some more or find some kind of corner to just bunker down into. Got to help out the teammates and not gonna happen. That's an early loss. Couple times ways for that team.
Man, that was really unfortunate. We saw that they were just on that wrong gun there. They went to shoot their shotgun what they thought, and it was just their AR. And so then switched back and weren't able to quite get that shot off.
Been
So
there
not
before.
an ideal round start for them. But on top of this tower that we see being such a center of activity, Bobby building up, staying calm here, has a croissant on their back. So that's pretty cool.
It's got a couple eyes and a smile on there as well. Anthropomorphic food. Future is now. Raining shots down from on high right now. Yeah, as you can see, 3 med kits, but no shields to be used here. Mini Nub and Bobby gonna have to coordinate a little bit later if they're gonna have to stay alive and just. It's the aerial advantage, man. Most of these players down bottom can't even see where they're at, really, and all they have to do to stay safe is just literally back up 3 steps.
Yep, and they're wasting a lot of their materials, but also using a lot of ammo to try and break down some of these builds, able to get some more of those headshots in, possibly from above here. But Mini Nub trying to do their best to get Connorsville on the board as well.
Swapping on over to the FCHS Wildcats. It's going to be Franklin County here. Took round number 1, have not found success since then. All 4 members up, though, and sharing resources with shields, health, and everything else. I'm going to say the Wildcats are in a pretty darn good position to take this round number 4.
Yeah, we see numbers do really well here in Zone Wars. If you're able to have more opportunities and more bullets flying from different directions, more people shooting down your builds, that's going to make it much more difficult to win a round. We see that same thing happening here, using those shot grenades to break down all builds, shoot super high in the sky, and get into their box. Soul Sniper doing excellent work.
That's nasty. That is absolutely nasty. Just using the body. We talk about sacrificing the body during plays or whatever around. That is sacrificing the body, and OG, or it's not OG, Soul Sniper, excuse me, and the rest of this Wildcat squad just earned that round win in every way, shape, and form. Absolutely love it. Really just showing a supreme knowledge of the game when you're talking about using these movement grenades, and it's immediate swap right after that, right, CLE, immediate swap right after that, and just a pop-up like, hey, that bird's got a gun, like...
And it's above me. Yeah, and it feels really good for Soul Sniper there to take out Jinxie, the top kill leader in this game, to win that round so that's evened up. Scottsburg has 2, and the FCHS Wildcats have 2 as well.
Yeah, so no one's match, right? Individual maps or games here of the 10. The match, no one's match here yet, given that we are looking into round number 5 as of right now. And this is really anybody's. All it is 2 quick ones for Connorsville. A little 5-6 action. Lawrenceburg, same situation. We have a 3 score difference here. So really, this says Scottsburg 3 and Wildcats 1. I'm pretty sure the Wildcats took that. We'll get confirmed behind. Big shout out to our production staff, again, making our jobs as casters that much easier.
Absolutely. We totally need them for any of this to happen. We see some people taking a little bit more of a middle approach here, knowing what the circle is going to look like here. Second, Carson getting set up for their team. They're building out some boxes, hoping to get some cheeky shots in here.
An early drop here. No bueno. Yeah, and an early exit here. That short kid and the rest of the Franklin County Wildcats are going to have to do the rest of this one without bad at games. The player, that is.
Yeah. We think they're probably pretty good at the games, actually. But, this is the name they chose, and I think it's a humble name.
It is. It is. There's two different looks you usually want to take it, right? Do I want to be like hyper aggressive within my within my gamer tag, trying to instill fear into the hearts of my enemies, or do I just want to play it more low key, right? Not let them know anything that I got, right?
Yeah, if you get killed by somebody that's bad at games, I mean, ooh, wow, that was a good shot.
It was a really good shot. That's a fantastic point, though. What does it mean for you if you get taken down by somebody called bad at games?
I mean, that just makes you worse at games, doesn't it?
I think it does, unfortunately. Ooh. Fantastic edit battles going on top right here is Mininub and the rest of the Connorsville Spartans. Now with 3 of them down, you got a Herculean effort ahead of you just getting, well, there's 2 of them down right there. So got one play up, and I think that was the 3rd, excuse me.
And they're gone. Whew, that was crazy. A really, really good job by our top fragging team. Ooh, really good movement there. And not quite able to get it off. Still building and getting through those bullets. Now getting repositioned. Getting 30 damage off of that shield. There's another player here. Falling down now is Big Back Bryson.
Big Back Bryson has been one of the more mechanically gifted players we've seen on the here within Zone Wars today. And I gotta give a shout. I couldn't exactly catch who that was on the other side, but the player on the other side being able to play on that corner so perfectly. And just go in a position that Bryson was not anticipating whatsoever led to a round win. Put him on the back foot really quickly. Love it.
Once again here we see Scottsburg, and I believe this is the Wildcats still alive here. And so the battle of our winning teams coming down to the wire here. Everyone getting healed up for some of these last fights, but the pressure coming in, knowing that the storm is about to move once again.
All 3 players up. We've seen this squad do it before. Sure, we can see them do it again. Now, they take this and break the tie with two teams at 0 points. We're starting to talk about a bit of a breakaway, but coming into this was a different situation. Now, they have the scent right here. Big Back Bryson is going to hunt.
And the hunt is on, hoping to take some walls here, editing around, trying to track the opponent.
Yep.
Giant shot with editing that roof, taking that for themselves. One of the players flying up into the air, not able to land very many shots, but falling into their box now. Big Back Bryson able to get another knockdown there.
Edits, and more right now. Now it's taking this one, building your own, so you can edit and run through it, or put it up if you need the defensive positioning. Big Back Bryson was almost taken down a little while earlier by some fancy footwork. Now, suction cup, reposition, and we're now definitely going to last circle. If they can fight, they will. But this is just going to be... Okay, I think they found it. Yes, they did! And the Wildcats take out another one.
Yeah, Scottsburg able to take round number 5 there. We see our leaderboard. 3 wins for Scottsburg. 2 for FCHS Wildcats dominating here.
Sorry.
We have a clear top 2 teams. I do want to give a quick shout out to LANFest, the organization putting on this production and building healthy gaming communities throughout the 18 states, over 150 events a year with 23 chapters across these 18 states. And so shout out to LANFest. You can find any event run by them near you at lanfest.com. So make sure you head over there to see how you can get involved.
Gotcha. This is the Big Back Bryson and Scottsburg, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Sorry about that. I've had it written down incorrectly for a while. That's my fault, guys. It's my fault. Absolutely getting it done with only 3 players. These are things you love to see here as rounds, what is that, 2, 3, and 5. So the first one and the 4th one going on over to Franklin County squad. Getting this one going again. Snipers in the hands for seemingly everybody is just this. It just makes sense, right? You want to feel out the other squads. You don't want to get really hardcore committed to a position because, especially if you pick a fight with another team, there's 2 other teams who are looking to third party.
Yeah, it's really hard to make these early moves, but they are not shy to do it here. Okay. Mininub moving in on the opposing team there into their building that they start at. Seeing if they can get some cheeky early eliminations here.
Mininub. This is the Connorsville Spartan squad, correct?
I believe so.
Gotcha. All right. Still following along. Full 200. Shields and health. This is just Mininub trying to pepper down and soften up the defense of this player on the other side knowing that they're going to have to reposition. That's exactly what happens. The edits come through. So while they're editing this, of course, while they're trying to keep their defenses up, what they're not doing is pouring lead in the mini nub as they're trying to reposition inside the circle.
Ooh. And not keeping their eye on whoever's on this high ground. And so taking a giant shot there. Oh, does find somebody through the window, does massive amounts of damage, but their teammate does fall down and is now eliminated. Must get revenge here.
Nice.
Not able to knock them down as well. Hopefully take them out. Yeah, revenge has been served.
Dish best served cold is what they tell me. Good positioning for the comeback there. That's Scottsburg with at least one player down. Now the short kid and Soul Sniper. Bad at games in Carson here. There's the Franklin County Wildcats, of course, headed by Derek Herbert and Knife Lord, the manager/coaches. Kind of hanging out on the outside of circle. This reposition will not be super far, though.
Yeah, everyone seems to be playing patient right now, just kind of waiting their turn to see what is going to happen next. On board with our Connorsville team, getting collapsed in on here, having one of these other teams now trying to contest them for this high ground going into this late game.
Still looking for the first round win. Here's the Connorsville Spartans squad, finding a lot of damage. Man, two shotguns descending upon you at the same time. You have to split your attention, pick a target. Neither one is going to be taken down as they just, unfortunately, take that player down completely. This is going to be a little bit of a trickier reposition, given that there's a lot of this natural positioning, obviously. There's a tower built up here that nobody put down, so it's not like you're getting rid of somebody else's resources by taking it down.
Patience here on the low ground for the Franklin County Wildcats. Scoping it out, seeing who's up above, knocking down some builds. Patience is going to be huge here as this circle is going to be revealing itself soon.
Ooh, Carson getting taken down. This is too much attention put onto the... Okay, so in this version, if you have multiple players trying to res, then it speeds up the resin time. I love that. Okay, got it. So, almost getting them back up, but you got to get the res, and that player has to get a little bit of healing as well afterwards, because otherwise it'd just be like that, what we almost just saw there, just the constant attention given to the down player, but then player who's all up, unfortunately get taken down by attackers here, getting super small. I'm not even sure if they're even going to see another team before the circle closes.
And there is a lot of people still alive here. Giant shock grenade knocking out some of our players from the zone. I don't know who's going to stay alive here. It's coming down to the wire here. Who has enough HP? We still have a lot of HP on the side of CHS.
Carson? I think Carson was last alive here.
Franklin County Wildcats tied up?
I think so. I mean, that was the last player. Yep. Yes, it was. Nicely done. Some fantastic positioning. And honestly, this is just skill in getting back to the circle right here, right? Like, the equivalent of keeping your eyes on the ball at all times, right?
Right.
And just that big grenade. It doesn't do damage. It doesn't need to. It's just going to send all these players out to the outside of the circle, and immediately just let the blue zone take care of them, you know?
Yeah, I was saying that grenade doesn't do the damage, but the storm will do its best to take you out, and that's what we saw there. A giant shockwave grenade, but it wasn't quite enough because one person for the Franklin County Wildcats was still alive. That was Carson, able to take that dub there. And so, 3-0-3-0-3. So Lawrenceburg and the Spartans need to take every round from here on out in order to win if they're going to contest for one of these top spots.
Yeah, and just kind of examining what exactly each team needs to do. So let's start with Connorsville. Connorsville and Lawrenceburg, the two teams here who have not taken a W down thus far. And I really, I feel like Mininub, Phantom, and the rest, they're a little bit better at brawling. So maybe taking down a team early and just, stealing their position, On the flip side, I feel like Lawrenceburg, not that they're bad at brawling by any means, but late game should be the move for Lawrenceburg. These Tigers, if they want to take down one of these rounds, it's going to have to happen a little bit later in these individual Fortnite rounds.
We see the snipe off happening here. No one quite landing a shot. Those are always the craziest stare offs. You see that the glisten in the distance, and you get a little bit worried about who's gonna hit their shot.
Folks, there's a reason there's only one single round within that entire magazine, right? That is because it'll take you down no matter where it hits. Headshot obviously ideal, but not even really required for that one. 3-3 for the Scottsburg and Wildcat squad. Spartans and the Lawrenceburg Tigers still trying to find their first round win.
You see Mini Nub on this high ground now, looking much better for them in this round, having 4 players still alive, able to land some shots onto the team on the low ground here. And so continuing to pepper bullets, continuing to fire away to see what they can do to get maybe get them on the scoreboard and give them a shot.
Yeah, I mean, Connorsville, it seems like it's the flip advice, right? I said Lawrenceburg needs to get on high and just kind of sit back, pepper in this longer range damage. So far, that is this squad. Connorsville Spartans are getting that one done. Now, Mininob has 10 eliminations, so I'm not against this at all. And the coordinated team shots, no rest for the weary down bottom there. They're burning so many mats, and honestly, I mean, they have 1,000+ rounds. Why not pour it all into these roofs?
Oh yeah, just keep firing away, keep the pressure on, especially with the circle that's now closing in here. That storm is coming. And so if they're not able to move forward, if they're still getting peppered on with all of these bullets, it's going to be difficult for them to make any moves without taking damage.
Yeah, and now the automatics reign supreme here. Burst is nice, single shot is fine as well, but the automatics just burning through these. And the thing is, these players down bottom are able to do anything. Literally, all they're doing right now is pressing R. Well, I guess it depends on their controls, of course, but RB and the next just build, build, build. That's the only thing they're able to do. And there's a knock as well. And finally, the long slog. These like the offense is gonna finally take an advantage down there. There was one player dropped. I'm not sure if that squad's going to get aggressive and try and take advantage of one player down on this other squad. And it could be 3 players, which means there's only 2 players that are trying to edit and res at the same time.
Yeah, continuing to fire away. Just keep doing what's working here. Just moving into the final circle is going to be quite important as well. Got to be careful here, not to take any fall damage, not to take any storm damage, because you need every HP that you can get in order to take these last rounds. That storm is now going to be closing in here shortly to our final circle. 1 player falling down here for the Spartans.
It's a fantastic point. Let your shields go. Oh no, but now at 82, the Bobby's got to get that shotgun out and does not. Like, just kind of twisted up right there as they tried to get back to it. Shotgun in hand. That's a single drop. Jinxie last for this squad. Mininob. No, excuse me. We're on board with call sign Sierra right here. Trying to build through it. Trying to break down a wall. Not going to happen. Mininob taken down by a shotgun blast. And that is going to be it. Connorsville gets so close to taking the first round, but it is all for naught.
And with that, we do have our leader now breaking away from that tie. Scottsburg taking that top spot once again. Mininob has 13 kills. Quietly just absolutely carrying their team and doing a really good job doing so, but not able to turn into a round win. 13 kills, though, was quite a bit.
Big Brack Bryson with 22 eliminations, I believe, or teammate had 21, Big Back had 22, or something like that. Of course, that is across our now 7 rounds of Fortnite Zone Wars. So that's what, an average of 3 or a little bit more than 3 per round. That ain't too shabby.
Yeah, the rest of the team just needs to follow their lead and see if they can get some wins on the board here for Scottsburg. They're looking to continue to move their lead forward, now up only by 1 over the Wildcats. And so a little bit of breathing room having that advantage here early, but it's not a lot to work with. The Wildcats seem to be a whole team that works really well together. This has good strategy, but where Scottsburg is absolutely fragging out and killing people left and right.
Yes, they are. On board of Carson right now is a couple extra right here and get peppered into the wall. This will be moving in time, maybe about 20 seconds or so. Gotta get the res up here first. Now, gotta get the res, but gotta do it safely. Yeah, because that angle is a bad one right here, and now you just have to keep on building.
They gotta build some walls first. That did not go ideal for them. Still getting sprayed on here, trying to stop this res at all costs. Building wall after wall, now getting some of the heals in, so that is a good recovery from them.
On board that
builds
short
coming
kid here.
through
Yeah.
there. The team on top of this tower is just still peppering down and raining down these bullets, trying their best to get some of these random headshots off if they can.
Different kind of build battle right there, CLE. Switching on over here to Aaron, Hound Dog, and the rest of the Lawrenceburg Tigers. Now, Lawrenceburg still looking for their first round win. They cannot take the majority of these, given there's only 3 left, and Scottsburg has 4. But tying second, still not a bad effort at all. Is that a vehicle? That is a
Sure
vehicle.
is.
It's the first time we've seen a vehicle so far.
Yeah, I could see that doing some crazy stuff if people are going to stay on low ground. Able to drive that through or even plant it right next to a build and blow it up. I think that could be an interesting strategy.
That is not a terrible idea here, CLE. If you're, I mean, I'm just talking more so about the ability to take out the supports of, you know, big towers, big build structures that your opponents have built, right? Keeping like a single player down bottom in a car boxed up, and then having your teammate edited so you can drive through right there, and then take down the supports of a build tower as you're like going into last couple circuits. Like I might be giving these kids new strategies here.
That's next level. That's next level stuff right there. We'll get that ready for next week.
See how
oh
it
no,
goes.
we see Scottsburg back on a tear here. All 3 of them still alive here. 23 kills now for Big Back Bryson, 58 as a squad. They are terrifying, and they are showing that even though they're down a member, they are still something that can absolutely dominate rounds.
Force to be reckoned with. Force to be reckoned with, seriously. Moving right on the outside. So this is a little bit different from how they've done before. I think they've realized just how much attention they get by going directly to the middle early. Just build yourself a path to the middle and then go there when you absolutely need to. You know, like your heal's literally all like on the you know, blue zone as it's coming in and the purple zone as it's coming in.
Man, now Bryson taking builds away from the opposing team, trying to get into their box, know where they are. Now dropping in there, knowing that they could be in danger, backing out a little bit, but getting some good shots off here, not being able to track them down, but takes a giant shotgun shot and will drop down. 2 of the players for Scottsburg have dropped down. Soul Sniper still staying alive here. Looks like this might be a first win for Connorsville.
I don't know. We're on board with Soul Sniper right now. This is Franklin County. Carson, last alive, and I do believe you called it. You spoke it into existence. Was that Carson last alive? Is this going to be a 4-4? Either way, this is electrifying, right? Oh, it is going to be 4-4. The Wildcats able to stay alive. Carson right there deals out some damage and ties this series back up.
Man, this is going to come down to the wire. That is the end of round number 8 here. So 2 more rounds left for us, and I have no idea what happens if they tie.
Dude, for parity's sake, let the Spartans take one, let Lawrenceburg take a barn burner of a round 10 to like tie up first and, well, I guess that'd be like tied for first, so you'd be like tied for third, so like tied for first and tied for third, I guess, technically. That'd be interesting.
Getting ready for these last rounds here. This is going to be incredibly important. It basically, for the Wildcats and Scottsburg here, it's 0-0. They need to win rounds at any cost.
It's a good
Nothing
point.
Nothing else will matter, I guess. This is it. All comes down to this. They're all tied up.
Really, really good point. And it's the thing is, like, this is round 9 starting right now, right? Wildcats take it. They still got to take down round number 10, or at least let the Spartans or Lawrenceburg take it, because the Scottsburg take it. Well, we're back to a tied situation, which is basically, I mean, yeah, round 1 going the way of Franklin County, so they take a lead. Scottsburg takes 2, and then 3, so they take a lead back, right? Wildcats take number 4. That's going to be a lead for them. Scottsburg takes number 5. It's a lead for them. Then 7 goes the way of, or 6 goes the way of Franklin County. 7 goes the way of Scottsburg, and number 8 goes back the way of Franklin County.
And we see lots of action here early. Jinxie, we see on the left side falling down early. So Scottsburg losing one of their big teammates, especially when you're already down one, only having 2 left now, is a big difference. Mini Nubs continuing to choose this high ground as their strategy, able to get a lot of kills by raining down a lot of bullets on the opposing teams.
Yeah, and so we're on board with Mininub, and they know that this other team is probably going to be forced out to the corner of that one, realizing that nobody was there, and the lights are on, but nobody was already home. Swapping attention is Mininub and the rest of this squad. Right now, yeah, it's just about selecting targets at this point. RPGs, oh my goodness, what is going on?
This is a different strategy. I don't think we've seen RPGs yet in this game, and so destroying lots and lots of builds there. Mininub falling quite far down, now wanting to seek some revenge.
Tries to get a movement grenade down there to reposition the player that's just consistently peppering rockets in right here to destroy builds. This is, I mean, given that I feel like this is so much more about builds, especially early, and then just getting to the middle of the circle, this is a fantastic strategy.
Yeah, it looks like we don't have too many players alive. Soul Sniper able to take out one player there. I'll be taking a lot of fall damage, which is not ideal. Able to get into this window, and now falling down a little bit, trying to heal up as much as possible.
Got 2 of those splashes left. Would love to get that onto a teammate. As it is, moving on along, that short kid and the rest of Franklin County. We're on board with Soul Sniper as of right now, CLE. We're kind of hanging out on the side right here, but with plenty of mats, not in a terrible position. So this is the squad that was utilizing the RPG strat. I'm not against it. Smart stuff.
Yeah, new strat. It seems to be working well. They do have all 4 players left alive, which we've seen be very important in these later portions of this game. Soul Sniper trying to get some of those cheeky heavy sniper shots off towards that high ground. Not quite able to do it. Assisted by these RPGs, and able to get some of those windows open. Hits a huge shot there, 120. Not knocking anyone down though.
Solid splashes, and everyone's back to primo situations. We keep hearing the rockets come in. The question at this point begs, like, how many of these do you save for this next circle? Because 10 seconds or so, you know, once this last circle finishes, then 10 seconds after that, now you're talking about really small areas, and those, oh my goodness, finds 2 of them with a well-placed rocket, perfectly estimating when this team was going to be moving in right there, and makes that thing sing. Love it.
Man, now pushing there and dying before the end of that first round. Franklin County really putting their stamp on this match.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Round and round we go. Franklin County now strings 2 rounds back to back and takes a lead here. Carson, Soul Sniper, bad at games, and that short kid getting it done, even though, again, it's not about eliminations. We see a couple of people there that have, you know, double-digit limbs, but again, it's going to be the last thing here. We're getting confirmed. Season standings based on total round wins each match. So, again, confirm here. As far as postseason, everybody's making it in, okay? We're not eliminating anybody from postseason here with these scholastic matches, right? Excuse me. So what we're doing is the regular season performance dictates seeding, of course. So in the playoffs, your on paper easier matchup will be given to the top seeds, the teams that perform the best across the regular season.
And each of these rounds matter,
yes,
from what I'm gathering from this. So every round win will count your point total. So for the Wildcats and Scottsburg, at the very least, they're leaving with 5 and 4 points here. So really rooting for the Spartans and Lawrenceburg to get on the board in this last round.
I love this format because, like you said, Sealy, every round matters. Yeah, a lot of competitions you call it like garbage time points or something like that. Nope, not in this one, and not here for the Indiana Esports. No.
Absolutely not. And here we go into our last round of today's matches here on stream. Will Scottsburg tie this up? Will the Wildcats continue their winning ways, or will one of the other teams get on the board for the first time in this match? Preparing for their fights here, strategizing, communicating, but the storm is moving already.
Yeah, so playing a little more passively here, the Wildcats, they only have a couple of players that, I mean, we're on board with Short Kid, and they only have one team that was even anywhere closer to Circle. Now, hanging out on the side, they got a trio of treasure chests pick their loot from, or quartet, excuse me, of treasure chests they'll be able to pick their loot from, and that is a gold SMG. That's not terrible.
Yeah, able to get a few more heals here is probably what they're looking for, especially for that late game. But we do see once again Mininub and the rest of Connorsville on top of this tower, taking that high ground advantage that hasn't quite worked out for them, but is able to get them a lot of damage and a few kills here. We see Mininub with 14, which is one of the highest in this lobby. Editing, trying to get more high ground, seeing that they're now getting that contested here.
Nice.
Knocking them down off this. Ooh, good save, though.
Yeah, great save, especially if they'd gone all the way down here. This player would have been completely eliminated by fall damage.
Yep.
So that's a fantastic way, not just to save, but to get aggressive with this, right? Now this entire squad, Mininub and the rest of Connorsville, knows that there's a player like right under them, and they know not what they are capable of.
One player down, but getting rezzed here is Call Sign Sierra. Now getting fully rezzed here. Very important for this team to maintain their numbers advantage, especially on this high ground. Knocking down any of the other players and teams' abilities to get up to this high ground easily. On board with Scottsburg. 3 of their members still left alive.
2 clear favorites, and Wildcats and Scottsburg is based on previous performance here on the day. They're going to be mostly hanging out within the pre-built tower across the middle. Yeah, and they see it. Yep. They're going to start shooting fish in a barrel in a second if they can't keep those roofs up.
Trying to use that heavy sniper to knock down builds, but they are metal builds, so not able to quite get through them by themselves. Someone coming down from below. Able to do a lot of damage, but not quite enough. Shotgun shots are raining true here. Trying to keep an eye on these other teams is very difficult.
Did Bryson miss any shots there? I'm sure he missed a couple like pellets or something like this, but my goodness. Obviously, a lot of them intended for walls, but everyone intended for a player. I feel like they hit something. On board Soul Sniper now, they have a teammate down.
Yeah, this is Franklin County we are on board with. 3 members. Might be 3v3 here. Scottsburg versus the Wildcats. Still maintaining this low ground strategy. Able to get a kill off here. One of the members of Scottsburg is now down.
Opting for a more ground level approach to this last circle. Been moving in here about 15 seconds. It's almost like a geometry problem here at the end. Like, find the perfect middle of this circle as it gets smaller, converging onto a single point. But 3 players now take it to the skies. Takes a little bit of fall damage right there. Now you gotta get inside zone.
Jinxie.
Nicely done, Jinxie, I believe. Nope, Carson's still here. Now it's gonna be a heal off. And Carson, Soul Sniper, and the rest of Franklin County gonna get it done. This is a 6-4 win overall for the FCHS Wildcats.
And that's just some really good strategy coming out here from the Wildcats. Able to work together, able to get not as many kills as some of these other teams, but working really, really well together in order to win rounds. And that's what matters, right? 6 round wins for the Wildcats is excellent. 4 for Scottsburg, obviously, is good as well. For the other teams, maybe learning a lot from this match has been huge. Mininub having a dominating performance. Also, for the Spartans, do want to shout them out as well.
Oh, absolutely. I guess most of the limbs here within the match. Big shout out to Jinxie. Jinxie 2.0 right there was on board with the Scottsburg squad, the Warriors squad right there. All those eliminations, unfortunately, not able to translate into the most round wins within here. They will still take 4 points, though, as CLE was detailing earlier, into their postseason influence. Big shout out, though, to the Wildcats now as they have been able to, I mean, taking down 6 of these is a feat.
That's crazy. Yeah. Absolutely a feat that they can tell their friends about, that they were able to take 6 of those round wins and able to do it in a comeback fashion, right? They were down a little bit to Scottsburg there. I mean, down by 1. I think it was tied at, it was 4-3. They were down and then were able to take the next 3 of them. And so that is just a great job by them, and excited to see them continue throughout this regular season.
Yeah, so they take the first one, then Scottsburg comes out, takes 2 and 3. They take number 4, but then Scottsburg takes 5. Like, again, it was just back and forth. It was that merry-go-round. Round and round we go. Where we stop, I don't know. But Where we stop now is Franklin County doing a fantastic job with their 4 players. Now, the question does beg, like, Scottsburg has 3. How different would this have been? Right? Or Scottsburg has 4, excuse me. If they have an additional player in their full 4-person squad, how different is this? Well, maybe there's an alternate universe where they're playing with 4 and they won. Who knows? What we know right now, though, is the Wildcats 6-4. I want to go ahead at this point, towards the end of the broadcast now, talk a little bit about another one of the organizations, make competitions like this possible. That is League OS. That is League OS and the League OS portal. Do you want to play esports in college? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Especially if you're competing and stuff like this. I think the logic kind of follows that playing in college would be on your horizons. Now, there's a way to search through hundreds and hundreds of collegiate esports programs to see where they are, what games they play, and even what majors they offer. Obviously, very, very important within the collegiate experience. Just go to portal.leagueos.gg, just spelled all like it is, and IEN students can sign in to manage their own prospect profiles where all of their stats automatically update match over match. So not even like day to day or nothing like that. Match to match. Crazy stuff. There are scholarships out there for players as well as shoutcasters, social media managers, and more. So make sure you add your individual talents to your profile as well. These are what our various recruiters and stuff like that are going to be able to see and see how well-rounded of an esports person you are, okay? Verified collegiate esports coaches are searching the League OS portal right now for promising prospects and reaching out to the ones that they find appealing. And League OS portal, of course, guys, is free for students. Don't miss on your chance to get discovered and visit portal.leagueos.gg today and take your game to the next level. CLE, I do believe that has reached my least favorite part of any broadcast. That, of course, is the end. I want to give a big fat shout out to some of our production staff here on the day. That is Jaden, that is Console, and that is me. That is Mo. Man, my handwriting is atrocious. That is me, right? I'm shouting myself out here on broadcast, guys. It's the next level here. It's the next level. No, that is, again, Jaden, Console, and Mo, excuse me, where it says 2 guys screaming about esports in our rooms without our production staff. We very, very much appreciate it. CLE, do you have anything else for the good people before we do bid them adieu and wish them to tune in the next one?
Yeah, shout out to LandFest and Zotac specifically for putting on this broadcast. Super thankful for them. Shout out to all of the esports directors that make these things happen and all of the players for participating. So excited for you guys to have this opportunity. As for me, I'm just excited for more Fortnite. Tugboat, it's always awesome to be alongside you, and I'm excited to continue to do that throughout this regular season and into the playoffs.
Absolutely. The Indiana Esports Network, they got broadcast on broadcast. They got broadcasts coming out from every which way. I mean, you already saw LandFest, 23 chapters, 18 states, over 150 events a year. Specifically for this, let me get you guys the date right quick, because I believe we're taking a 2-week break. No, excuse me. Yeah, 3-week break, So October 23rd is when we'll return specifically for this, for Zone Wars and whatnot. But that is, we got plenty more weeks. We'll be playing until December. If you liked what you heard specifically, you can find me at FBI_tugboat literally everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, like literally everywhere, FBI_tugboat. CLE, you did a fantastic job today. Where can the people find you and follow you?
Yeah, I'm mainly found on X at CLE_TFT, which is one of the main communities that I'm a part of. So you can find me there. It's where you find all updates about things that I am doing. But you can come back here tomorrow at the IEN, and you can watch some iRacing with Hot Sauce and Logan Summit at 5 p.m. EST. So don't go too far. Come back here tomorrow right about this time, and there'll be some great iRacing action for you as well. Absolutely.
Like I said, IEN got all the esports action all the time, and plus those 2 tomorrow. Fantastic stuff. Hot Sauce, best mustache in esports, and I can say that. Folks, appreciate you watching. There'll be more tomorrow. Catch you on the flip side.